Alright. I'm actually here now. Greetings. Greetings, greetings. why, why did I draw this? Alright, so greetings to the people who joined. How's your day? How is everything going? I do not know if there's anybody still present. Greetings. Hold on. Did somebody ask if this is Jesus? This is not Jesus. Alright, so this will be about. This stream will be about Fallen Hill. Anything Fallen Hill related. Fallen Hill is my series, by the way. This will be Fallen Hill related. Anything that you have to ask about Fallen Hill. Anything that you have to ask about Fallen Hill. Anything that you about Fallen Hill that you want to talk about is why I made this stream. And the live stream ended. This is a new live stream. This is a new live stream. For anybody who wants to join and have a conversation, it depends on them. I have a question for some people. Do you have me on as background noise? How long do you plan on making Fallen Hill for? Hopefully for a few years. Hopefully for a few years. I do not really see it. I don't really see it being a short series that I create. I want it to be bigger than how it is right now. So you listen to the streaming girl. I see. I see. Who's getting yelled at? Who's getting yelled at in the background? I am watching something on the TV. Also, Fallen Hill is on. Oh, wait, hold on. Alright. What'd you miss when you were gone? Nothing. Like, honestly, nothing. To be honest, I do not know if this site is giving out notifications for my streams. Excuse me, gosh. Also, I might be coming down with a little bit of a cold. I do not know if this website is pushing out notifications for my streams or people are losing interest in them. However, I still do them sometimes. Strange thing is I would sometimes get and get it. People are busy. I never fault people for being busy. I get busy at times. However, I sometimes get people showing up and they'll say a hi and or say some other thing and then go completely silent. And then like later on they'll say, why isn't nobody saying anything? And then I'm like, I do not know. Why are you saying anything? Why aren't you saying anything? Like you ask yourself that. I can only be mm, I can only have so much stuff to talk about. All right. Hmm. Honestly, if this decreases in activity, I mean like end it early. Inactivity. Activity. Um, how creative will Bug be when they? Excuse me, gosh. I'm kind of tired. How creative will Bug be when they learn other techniques? Bug will be very creative. He's a very creative character. He's a very creative character. He when he learns something, he tries to make use of it often if it interests him. It's not like he looks at stuff and then he goes, This is useless all the time. He usually tries to he usually tries to actually use it. Maybe if I change the texture, because for some reason I'm not really liking how this brush looks. Nuke out of sticks and leaves creative? What does that mean? I do not think I know what you mean. They're asking if he is if he is very creative. Bug is creative. He's very creative in his own way at times. he can do some other stuff than that. However, he can also, here's the thing, like here's the thing, he can also use the environment to his advantage, meaning that he can be pretty crafty with the environment that he is in. If he has no weapons, he can make a weapon. He can use the environment as a weapon, if that makes any sense to anybody. He wields a literal needle. He wields a pen. He wields a pen. Well, I can only imagine we could come up without it. He has other tools. He may not show it. He has other tools though. You will grab a stick and pray. No need to pray. He does not kill. Bug does not kill. Level 1 Frisk from Undertale. No. Frisk with their determination alone. they have survived some pretty interesting stuff. Stick and a leaf. It is not really it is not really him making firearms or anything or something like that. I'm saying he can make bows, he can make he can make knives, he can make other tools. And if he does not make them, he can always use random stuff in the environment. He could use rocks. He can use a random pen, a random pencil, a random quill, a random stone, a random gem, a random piece of paper, a random a random piece of paper, a random leaf, a random stick, you know. He is very resourceful. That is what is that was a part of his devil ant training, being resourceful. Moon Knight but an insect. I don't even know what Moon Knight can do. I don't really know what Moon Knight can do. Moon Knight seems interesting, however. Random bullcrap go, but as an actual character. Moon Knight is an actual character, are they not? I believe they are an actual character. I think I've been suffering. I think I've been suffering art block for. I think I've been suffering. I think I've been suffering art block for a while. What is Bug's opinion on sugar? He like he likes sugary stuff. Not to an unhealthy amount. However, he does like sugary stuff. He likes sour stuff more. Bug actually likes sour stuff more. And or tangy stuff. Something like that. Born with horns. Actually, I made this post back then. If you get a devil ant ticked off, this can happen. If you get a devil ant ticked off, this can sometimes happen. And or they can will it to happen. However, this can sometimes happen. All right, hold on. I want to ask my comment section this, or my chat this, my live chat this, my live stream chat this. All right, all right. Good little stretch. I want to ask y'all this. What is up with y'all in the constant? And this happens with multiple other people who tune in at times as well. However, what is up with the constant mentions of tanks and nukes and stuff like that? Like, what what is up with that? With the constant mention of that? I don't know if y'all are veterans or something. Like, it gets me curious because like that seems to be the main weapon that y'all go for whenever y'all think of weapons, and it is pretty weird to me. Like, why why that? You have like you have you know other stuff to talk about. When you think of weapons, I think of sights. Whenever I think of weapons, I think of pocket knives. However, I do not think we should dwell on like I do not think we should dwell on weapons of mass destruction for too long. You want to know? You want to know? This happened in my old community. I do not like my old community. However, this happened in my old community. Did you know that did you know that there were, and I do not know how they show up like a hive mind. However, they do. All right. All right. So, anyways, wait, hold on. Somebody asked who would win, Buggen or a decent and or a normal human male. I feel like they'll have a draw. They'll have a draw. Bug is Bug is very hard to kill from normal pest control stuff. Anyways, so in my old community, and it is ashamed. No, not ashamed. No, not ashamed. It is shameful for them how it took me mentioning this in order for them to stop, or for them to stop. And they stopped in a hive mind. That's the weird thing. They stopped in a hive mind. So in my excuse me, my voice is still a little bad. In my old community, they used to make, the nuke jokes, the freaking World War jokes because they thought it made them edgy. They used to make jokes like that, which I did not like at all. And it eventually got to a point, and I thought I'd not say anything, and I tried to laugh it off and or ignore them. And eventually, it got to a point, and I'm gonna leave the story off here because I do not want to dwell on it for too long. However, it eventually got to a point where they oh my gosh. I'm trying to wait, hold on y'all. Alright, so first of all, before I time you out, considering your name, no, y'all do not pay attention to him. I'm gonna time him out anyways. However, considering this person's name, that is a very hypocritical thing for them to say. Considering this person's name, that is a very hypocritical thing for them to say. However, I'm gonna time them out. Hold on. I really do not care. I have a lot of patience, so go ahead. I have a lot of patience, so yeah. Anyways, if what you're saying is true, this is account one gone. So, hold up. And there we go. So, anyways. Oh, wait. If that is true, then look at that. They're getting my views up. Yay. uh, whatever. 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 Anyway, so, and also, yeah, I'm not even gay. Like, I'm asexual. I'm not even gay. I'm asexual. That is not the same as gay. I hold no attraction to. I hold no. I hold no attraction to nobody. To nobody. Anyway, so yeah, this old community of mine, it devolved from the nuke and or World War jokes into saying, and I quote, they started joking about nuclear launch codes, which I really had to stop them on that. I really had to stop them because not only are they trying so hard to be edgy. I'm not pregnant, by the way. I'm a dude. Anyway, I'm a male. Anyway, they were trying so hard to be edgy that like it gotten incredibly out of hand, and I had to stop them. I had to stop them because not only are they like thinking that they're being funny, which they are not. Not only are they trying so hard to be edgy, they were also giving a bad image to me because what if somebody joins the stream and then they see people talking about that, and then it may reflect poorly on me because what if people join and they're like and they're saying, "What, this person allows like his live chat to say stuff like this," and it's like, no, I'm not I'm not trying to gift that off. That's all I was saying on the matter. My old community did a lot of other heinous stuff. I'm going to leave it at that. And I am usually vague about that stuff. However, there's your not so very vague thing. Draw mini Shreks. Draw mini Shrek. This is not a request stream. However, maybe some other time in a request stream. Who knows? Anyways. I had a cursed idea. Actually, no, this is not cursed. You can do this. I'm going to confuse some people. I'm going to confuse some people. Greetings, Waffy. You were gone for that long. What do you mean you were gone for that long? When was the last time you watched? The void-head profile picture? I see. One thing I hope for. Wasn't that grandma? Alright. Oh, that person is dizzy. Got you. Anyways, anyways, I do hope that, this community, although this community currently does not try to be, as unstable as my previous community. There's a community. Yes, on YouTube. This is a community. The people who are subscribed to me, I label them as part of the community. Uh, thank you, Neon. I hope it stays like that. Thing is, and I want newcomers to know this. My servers can be created and deleted at separate times. All right. It is not always guaranteed that the Discord server will remain. So I will say it will be created and deleted at separate times. Excuse me. Alright. I was checking something real quick.
I'm gonna get one soda.
Alright. There seems to be a little bit of a there seems to be a little bit of an active thing going on. Active thing going on currently. So I will ask this. I will ask this. So I will ask this. Is there any questions? Are there any questions that you want to know about Fallen Hill? Any questions anybody has? Oh, Fallen Hill, yes, it is a passion project of mine. Why is Bug not falling on a hill yet? That will happen. That will happen. Hmm. All right. Is there a hierarchy or hierarchies in the place of the Fallen Hill populace? You mean? Do you mean higher beings or something like that? Do you mean higher beings? Where should you start? you start. There's your answer. Economy village with a system of ranking. Yes, and that also ties into my higher being label and or God label. So basically, there are mafia groups, there are government groups, not government groups. There are assassin groups, there are kings, queens, and gods. Are there any bug laws or governments who's in charge of bug society? There are laws. There are laws, however, I want to say they have a government. I want to say that. Sacred places that only certain bugs can enter. Yes, indeed. Like astral space, Devilants can only enter them. Only Devilants can willingly enter them. When bugs die, they either go to shoot, I'm trying to remember what the other place is called. When bugs die, they either go to the dark depths and or astral space. Inner astral space. And yeah. Yes. Can a bug lose their magic and or have it stolen? They can. Yes, exactly, Neon Miku. Exactly. Why am I drawing this? I think it is obvious that bugs can have mentors. Schools for magic. Um, um, I wanna say schools. I would say, well, I guess it kind of counts as schools. I would say academies, if anything. Bug actually learned how to control his energy by learning it himself and by Devilant training, and his parents as well. Here's a little thing about Devilant training. Devilant training for any other bug, and it could be the most trained bug. It could be a shatter ant, it could be a death ant, it could be a blood ant. It could be a shatter ant, it could be a death ant, it could be a shatter ant, it could be a death ant, it could be a blood ant, it could be a black widow. It could be a black widow. It could be a shatter ant, it could be a death. It could be a shatter ant, it could be a shatter ant, it could be a death ant, it could be a blood ant, it could be a black widow. And they train pretty often. It could be any bug like that, correct? I am telling you this right now. The first and or second part of the Devilant training may leave them wanting to quit. It may leave them wanting to quit, as in they do not want to do the training anymore. Jealousy or greed? Not really. Not really. However, Devilant training is really intense. It is. In fact, when Bug was finished with his Devilant training, and or when Bug was doing his Devilant training, and when they were finished with his Devilant training, they were kind of scared of Bug because they were saying, whoa, your son's, this is to Bug's parents, they were saying your son's skills and power and ability, your son's skills and powers are off the charts. How is he this powerful? And it's like a funny little banter. It's like a funny little banter thing. It was like his mother is saying, "Ah, yes, those are all thanks to my genes," and his father's like, "No, I think those are my genes." And then and like his mom was like, "No," and then his mom was saying, "No, those are definitely my genes. You saw how he was fighting. Those are definitely my genes kicking in." And then they'll have a little banter. And then his father's is and his father's saying, "No, I think those are mine, definitely." And his mother is saying, is saying, is saying, "I think he actually has my." I think he actually has my power, so it must be me. I don't know. It's like a little parent banter thing. I am getting pretty tired. Gosh. A small frown face. She has made it before. For Dart, how does she feel about evil people in general? Like people who are willing to kill a lot of people just to get what they want. She's also kind of flawed, so I'm curious. The thing is, Dart never really. Oh, shoot. And there goes my fan. Dart has never really killed innocent people. Dart has fought strong opponents. Dart has fought strong opponents and bet them. However, that does not mean that she kills them. That doesn't mean that she kills them. She is uh she's completely benevolent. Darta's always been benevolent. However, she would not take the life of an innocent person. If the or a bug, well, or a bug, or an insect, or a spider, or a being, it does not matter. Dart will not take a being's life if they're benevolent. Gosh, I am so tired. I may end this in a bit. Dart will not take the life of an innocent being. No, take the life of an innocent being. However, if the being if the being is, if the being, if the being is a murderer and or a maniac, basically, and they feel no remorse for what they have done, Dart kills them. You have to remember, Dart has been trained to kill a lot. That's just toxic. What do you mean? Toxic has never murdered others for no reason. That she would no, she would not have. Um, however, yes, Dart really only hunts. Dart really only hunts murderers and or maniacs. If it is a corrupt facility, Dart will knock them all out. If the facility did something like steal riches, Dart will knock them out. If the facility did something like kill multiple people, then Dart will kill them. Dart's more so the type of being who is like, I will not kill you unless if you have killed somebody else, you know. Also, this is going to be to the few people who are here. The few people who are here. Fallen Hill is almost over. Mm-hmm. Indeed, Fallen Hill is almost over. One more episode to go. Actually, since you're about to end the stream, how does Dart actually kill people? I'm guessing she has different methods, but like, what is she? But like, does she sneak up and snap their neck, bite them, or what? She does that, and she also she has different ways to kill them: weapons, sneaking up, ambush, weapons, sneaking up, ambush, assassination, combat, stuff like that. Yes, Fallen Hill is almost done. Fallen Hill Part 1 is almost done. There's going to be multiple parts. Fallen Darkness has been on the back burner. I'm also planning on Fallen Blood. I do not think I should have said that yet. I think it's because I mentioned it in the Discord server. Yes, I'm also planning on Fallen Blood. Fallen Blood, yes. And judging from the name, guess who is going to be about? It is not a knife. The one female. um. Um. Have you been paying attention? The one. No, it's fine, Thunder. Thunder got it correct. I'm surprised nobody thought about Vessel. I'm surprised nobody thought about Vessel. Not a single person thought about Vessel. The clue is in the name. Single person thought about Vessel. However, yes, it is going to. However, yes, it's going to be about Vessel. Rest of the one her name is part of the cardiovascular system. I don't think we got distracted with jokes. I think we got distracted with jokes. I'm like a top Vessel fan and I didn't even get that right. Holy crap, what am I doing? I'm becoming a fraud. I'm becoming a fraud. Horn is not that much of a fraud. Maybe. I'm still kind of waiting for people to ask you know, I wish to learn more about Horn. Horn seems too vague. Horn is such a vague character, and I'll be and I'll say, and I will say, that is the point. That is the point. He got absolutely humiliated. All right. Let's be on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you are trying to go on a mission to save two bugs against a species which you have heard to be very, very dangerous, and if you go into said species, if you go into said species area, right? If you go into their area and you start picking a fight, and I get it, he probably did not know. However, if you start picking a fight with the second strongest widow there, what did you think was going to happen? Of course you're going to get humbled. What did you remember from the old server? What moment are you talking about, Don? And I don't know if anybody has seen this. Did you know that Vessel sometimes calls Bug? why, why am I about to say this? Vessel sometimes calls Bug Buggy Baby. Not often. It is kind of rarely. It's kind of rarely. Bug is a little too flustered by it, however. Hmm. No, I don't. No, I totally get why that happened. Knife is terrifying. I want to blame anyone for absolutely losing it too. But it's he walks in, absolutely losing it too. But it's he walks in looking all badass and cool, and then boom instantly gets marked, humbled, and shaking like a little kid. it's, it's the fact that he did not even fight the marking. He took it. That might have been his plan all along. I am in bliss knowing that she can find me anywhere. I am at bliss. I once had this. I once had this thought. I once had this thought wondering who will win. Do people call it this? Do people call it this? I was wondering who would win the tweak off, quote unquote, as what people say. I wonder who will win the tweak off between Knife and Silk. I wonder who would win the tweak off between those two. Bugs, when do you plan on playing some games on stream? Here's the thing, I would play games on stream. However, the thing is, I think people are mostly here for art. I tried playing games on stream at one point, and there was barely any interaction, so I did not do that anymore. I mean, they both love fighting and the thrill of death. Honestly, I'd give the edge to Knife in that regard. Still can be manic, but also calm. Whereas Knife once gets going, there's no stop. There's just no stopping her. Here's the thing: they can both be calm, and once you get the both of them going, there is also no stopping them. You're probably looking at them at a surface level. However, once they both get going, there is no stopping them. It can be a very it can be a very confusing thing to wonder who is going to win for that. Hmm. Has anybody seen Woolhaven and there's this entity called Youngya or something from Cult of the Lamb. From Cult of the Lamb, and I think the lamb. I think the lamb was walk. I think the lamb was walking up some steps. I believe the lamb was walking up some steps, and there was some harmonizing going on. That was really beautiful. Beautiful. That was really beautiful. I had a cursed thought, as people call it. I had a cursed thought. What would Knife be wearing? Knife would probably wear a full chest plate if they walk around their family. Because because I think it would be a little strange that Silk will be walking around their family with one breast out. So I like to think that they put on a full chest plate for that. Anywhere else they um they wear their usual chest plate thing. Where their clothes at? They do not really wear clothes. So in that video you posted a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, Silk really feels like the type to well, the type of character who'd be outside bugs. Has super late night talks and wrestlers one. Like 5 of you coward, yeah, here face me. Probably. Probably. Bug likes Silk, however, Silk is very manic. So you're saying we've been seeing naked bugs? Well, not all of them are naked. Um, Peace is not naked. Bloom is kind of really not naked. They have a scarf. Vessel. Well, Vessel is. Hold on. Peace is not naked. Bug is not naked. He has a cloak. Bloom is not naked. Shit, they have a scarf. Vessel is not really naked. Their scarf used to be a cloak, however, they're not really naked. Technically speaking, no bugs have like fur and chest plates. How would you really tell somebody was naked in their world? They can tell by the texture of their bodies. They can tell by body textures, and or they can normally tell.
There are a lot of ways to curb cravings while quitting vaping. Or you could outsmart nicotine with X Program and find what works best for you. Join for free. Text X Program to
Another vessel question: if she was homeless, what would their thoughts on everything and what they would what they think of Ghost Knight. Feel like they will find them creepy because they don't talk. Oh well. Vessel will find them endearing. Vessel would find the Knight very endearing. Vessel's thoughts on Hallnest. They would think that Hallnest seems to be mysterious. However, she would like to explore it. They do. They do, Waffy. They do. It was confirmed in the one hangout video that um with Bug and Knife. I'm thinking I'm thinking I'm thinking they an explorer, a vlogger is saying, "Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be exploring what to do. Today we're going to be exploring. Today we're going to. Today we're going to be exploring. Today we're going to be exploring. Today we're going to be exploring. Today. Today we're going to. Today we're going to be exploring blood. Today we're going to be exploring blood. Today we're going to be exploring blood. Today. Today we're going to be exploring blood breath. Fuck. Today we're going to be exploring blood. Today we're going to be exploring blood. Today we're going to be exploring blood breath. Jesus. I hate that there is no way I stuttered that much. Either way, I said it. I said it. Movie bloopers. A vlogger says today we're going to be exploring blood breath, and blood breath is actually today we're going to be exploring blood breath, and blood breath is actually the place. Blood breath is actually the area where blood ants live. Alright, hold on. I thought it was astral something. I said blood ants, not devil ants. Then I go to Widow's Cave at 3 a.m. gone wrong. They see Knife walking out of her room, eating chips, and like she has bed hair. She's very tired. She's like, what are you doing here? Like, she's very tired. She's like, what are you doing here? And she says, what are you doing here? And they say, um, I was exploring the Widow Cave. That's it. And then Knife says, you trying to mate? Or they said, no. And they're like, and I was like, all right, may want to get out of there before that happens.
Guys, and welcome to Rainbow Gate, the full release of the game. As you guys know, we checked out the demo for this game a few months ago, and I'm shocked that the full game is now already here. From what I've seen, this looks very interesting, and looks like it could be a pretty big mascot horror game.
I'm thinking about them visiting Bloodbreath, which is where visiting Bloodbreath, which is where blood ants are. I'm thinking about them visiting Bloodbreath I'm thinking about them visiting Bloodbreath, which is where blood ants are, and imagine them saying, thinking them saying, all right, guys, we're going to visit Bloodbreath in the summer. I heard reports that the population is I heard reports that the population is increasing rapidly around summer, so we're going to check it out.
I got tired of reading it. I'm sorry. I can't do it like that.
Jeez.
I decided to travel to Rainbow Gate to investigate the truth behind the disappearance.
They will not survive, man.
That's a little odd. That's the loving tree. Thought that was a cutscene, dude. What? Alright, let's see what this has in store for us. Do not enter. Good thing I can't read. I think I said that in the demo. Good thing I don't know how to read. Here we go. Haha. Alright, let's do this. So this is it. What he's talking Rainbow looks even worse than the photos. Whoa, dude. That's a very realistic sounding voice. Totally not.
I think I'm gonna have actual episodes be actual videos be episodes, but have your shorts be trailers, teasers, and fun interactions. Maybe. I'm not very sure about that. They should bring bug spray.
Alright, what do we got here? I'm telling you, AI is getting too real, and it's so scary because I'm scared what the next 10 years are gonna look like.
Do I remember? Yes, I do.
I wish AI just disappeared. Am I not the only one? Like, we don't need it. I think if AI just was gone, we'd be so much better off, dude. Easily so much better off without it. Okay, here we are. I do remember this. A little, like, ooh, glasses. Ooh, what's this? Glasses? Oh, glasses. Stay with what? With cracks and breakage. Oh, no. I like how he actually whispers. But wait, why is he whispering? Does he know something I don't? There's somebody here? Why is he whispering? Oh, no. Alright. Not fake. I don't know if it is or not. That might be a real voice actor. If that's a real voice actor, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a robot. I don't know. I can't tell, dude. I can't tell what's real and what's... I don't know if it is or not. That might be a real voice actor. Photos. Whoa, dude. Alright, let's do this. So this is it. This is it. What he's talking. Rainbow Gate. Looks even worse than the photos. Whoa, dude. That's a very realistic sounding voice. Totally not fake. I don't know if it is or not. That might be a real voice actor. If that's a real voice actor, I'm sorry.
The YouTuber was never seen or heard from again for some strange reason. The video was deleted. Residents nearby reported said that Said it, I quote, he fucked around.
Alright, what do we got here?
Mm.
I'm telling you,
He
AI
effed around and found out. After that, no one gave it a
I'm
answer.
scared what this
He got, he quite literally did. In a literal sense, he did.
So much better off, dude. Easily, so much better off without.
He found the true effing
I
around.
remember this. Little, like, ooh, glasses. Ooh, what's this? Glasses. It's whispering. Oh, glasses. Stay with what? With cracks and breakage. Oh no. I like how he actually whispers. But wait, why is he whispering? Does he know something I don't? There's somebody here? Why is he whispering? Oh no. Alright, let's keep it moving. This way, Spile. Guys, just get a smiley face in the comment section down below. Oh my gosh, that scared me. See, I played the demo, but I forgot so many things, dude. Go. What is going on? That sounds really weird. What the heck is going on? They're just smoking us out, dude. What is this? Aw, give us a little wave. What a nice guy. He's totally not gonna drag me away into the horrifying pits of Rainbow Gate. Here we go. I am excited. I think the monsters in this game look really cool from what we've seen, so. Oh. I know I'm kind of goofing around about this game because it is pretty goofy, but like, where am I? What happened?
Wait, does that imply that they killed him afterwards?
Oh my gosh.
Probably. Well, does that imply that they killed him afterwards?
Watch. Insert. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be crazy. Oh my gosh. It's dancing. You have been chosen to join our little game. Me? The rules are simple. I like how you can turn it off. At the end of the rainbow.
No.
Wait. I skipped it. That's something. A special device on your head. It will record your wonderful adventures, and it'll even help with your vision, you know?
Stays in the summer.
Heads up. You really shouldn't try to
A couple of days later,
if you do a special
local YouTuber found. Local YouTuber found by Bloodbreath resident Vessel. Here's what she had to say. Here's what they had to say. All right, so at first I thought it was a random guy, and then I saw the camera and the clothing he was wearing, and then I said, "Ah, that is a YouTuber. Ah, wait, what was he doing on Bloodbreath? Oh, wait, why does he look like a skeleton?" After that, I paid my condolences and then left.
Alright, let's go. I like how it looks like I'm just like a robot, like I'm Gregory right now. There's just like random static lines that show up. I turned off the VHS effect, so that's why. You can turn off the VHS effect, right? Like look at the setting, You can turn off the VHS noise, but you can't turn off the VHS. So look, this is what it looked like if I left it on. Look, it looks horrible.
Amazing Grace starts playing.
But the point is, I'm turning it off because it looks like trash. All right, I don't want to hear it. It looks bad on YouTube. I'm just saying, it does. It looks even worse whenever like it gets encoded or whatever. Ooh, a note. Document added to my inventory. Let's go, baby. What is that? The red door. The red door doesn't have a complex mechanism.
Here's a fact about Knife.
With just the press of the red button installed in the door, the immersion door will immediately close to prevent players or unauthorized persons from
Knife cannot produce kids.
Wow.
Knife cannot produce kids.
Wow. Very glad you read up about that one.
They found the skeleton with the shattered pelvis.
Hello, big red bear. Oh, bear. I forgot about that. See, it happens and I remember, but I forgot at the time. That's unfortunate. What is this? Why does it look like
That honeypot ant. I may use that honeypot ant character at some point. I think I called them pot.
Woo! I'm so happy to be here. Let me stick my hand in this box. Hold on. Come on. What do we got in here? Looks like a soft trap. Ooh. Okay, that sounds like a max win though. Ooh, damn it. Why? key card. Let's go, dude. Yellow key card. Alright, this is the yellow door. Wow, there's a lot of doors here. How long is this game?
You're late. The party ended a long time ago.
Shut up! Oh, he actually stopped. Buddy, I don't remember asking for your luck, pal, alright? I know what I'm doing. Watch this. What's this? There's no key card in here. What, I throw away the key card? What? Who is singing? Stop the singing. Stop. Stop. What is this? Key card elevator. Open, open. What is this? Ooh. Ooh. Wait, is there anything good in here? Or is this just like... This is just a bunch of junk, dude. Why can't I even open that? This is all just a bunch of trash. What? Why did it make me look up at that? Alright, dude, get me out of here. I'm going in the elevator. Cut the music, dude. Come on. You're ruining the moment. The mood right now. Alright, let's go. Where
Real
exactly
quick
are we?
random question. What would Knife do if Toxic or Dart said, Knife go distract the villain?
I
I'll go
remember
look
there was like a
for
wolf
the
right on other
others.
side of the gate, and
Will
there
she
was
do it?
bombs. He put bombs on the
What would Knife do if Toxic or Dart said, Knife go distract the villain? While I go
There's a
look for the others?
werewolf
Would
that
she
put
do it?
bombs on the ground that
She
if you
would.
stepped on them, they would explode and blow your
She
legs off. It was
would,
kind of
and
awesome. A brightly colored packaging box
she would
with
either
surrounding
use
masks on it.
seduction and or try to play it nonchalant.
Ooh, okay, cool. That's interesting and all. Who are you? Get out of the way. What do we have here? Oh, you! I remember you. You're right.
Run quickly. The food is full, and the wolf is about to hunt.
This is it, the wolf.
Don't worry. The two little rabbit siblings, Chippy and Choppa, will help guide you. But be careful. Choppa is a liar. If you're ready, press the button to start the game.
Okay, Chappa's a liar. Which one's Chappa? Which one's Chippy? I only follow Chippy. Wait, whisper. Chippy, you. I go that way. Okay, left. Look, he's in there. I remember this. Start. Here we go. Oh.
Loki kind of ugly was launched into a wall.
That's your right. That's your left. You can take backwards, buddy.
Your end is never far from my claws. All right, time to run, you cowardly lamb.
Let me run! Let me run! Exactly! Oh my god! I got... Let me run! Let me run! Exactly! Oh my god! I got some kind of furry chasing me!
The Fusion Z Gamer. Yeah, I like Fusion.
Oh no, I didn't look at the... Oh, come on! Oh, watch this. Hey, nice try.
On a very old
Take that, eat that dust.
on a very old channel of mine, he actually subscribed to me. I do not know if he views me the same way again. I'm not saying I did anything to him. I'm saying, like, you know, the content I've been posting was, he was pretty odd, dude. It was pretty odd.
I'm stuck. Alright. I thought they'd be named. Like, I thought they'd have, like, a
But
name.
yes, both him and his brother, I believe, I think. Both him and his brother actually subscribed to me on a very old account of mine. The craziest stories. I don't think they're that crazy.
Nice try. What did he just call him? Did he just call him a blaster? I might have heard that wrong. Ooh. Inject this. Ow. Ow. Where is it? Give me this. Inject. Hey, I'll take that. Thank you, Little Red Riding Hood. I appreciate that. Danger lies ahead. Step carefully, buddy. I can't read. What we got here? Oh, wait. There's a bomb! Wait, is he here? Okay, wait. It said follow the yellow one, right? Wait, but this is red. What? Oh, you stepped on the mine! Stop! You. Correct.
Hold on, I'll be right back. All right.
world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes,
The birds been begging for me to come back. All right. So here's the thing. I had to use the bathroom. I had to use the bathroom
What's in here? Okay.
because
You been facing this way?
my stomach was hurting. That's all I will say.
Wait, oh, I remember this. Wait, he's here.
My stomach was hurting. I had to use the bathroom. That's all I
Werewolf
will
guy's
say.
here, dude. I remember. I got lost here. I remember. He chased me, and I didn't know what to do. Let me see. Where is he? Oh, he's in this room, isn't he? But you have to like do a quick time event or something. I think I remember that. Okay, there's nothing. Dude, none of these doors open. Can I get one, dude? Just one. All right, dude. Fine. I'll go get the key card for the elevator in here. Goodness. I'll do a little exploring.
And secondly, Thunder, you have to calm down.
Stuff. W.
The world is not ending.
W's in the chat.
Calm down.
W's in the chat. Hook that guy. You know how sad that is? That was close. You know how sad that is? He built this giant, super expensive robot. All I did was dodge backwards. I pressed W and Buddy got defeated. What do we have here? I need to save this. I don't have much. I'm looking for a key card. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Alright, I'm out of here. See you later.
Do not like. Do not
I'm sure we'll see you again at some point.
beg for me to come back
Alright, let's go.
when I said I had to do something.
Smiling, looking around. We're here? Done. So easy, dude. I'm speedrunning right now. Are we not? He didn't wake up. I thought for sure he was gonna move like right when the elevator went to close or something, but nothing. But he just stayed asleep. Here we are. Oh my gosh! What? That doesn't even make sense. Is this not the guy's workshop? Like, I know we're an investigator, but the guy that built this built jump scares for himself. That doesn't make any sense, dude. What? Can I not? Why can't I use this to get over the... See, like, why can't we do something fun where I go up on the thing and then jump over? Why gotta stand on a yellow plank and jump over?
Wow, look who it is. Do you remember me? I'm Yo-Yo.
Yo, we didn't ask. Again, no one watching asked, buddy. Not one soul.
Poor victim. Who was the demon that did this? The killer must definitely be hiding in
I
here.
remember this.
Woo! If you're sure, catch them with the green button.
Okay. I remember this, though. We're not supposed to do this yet. We have to, like...
Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. Bye.
Remember I